Wouldn't it be nice if all you had to do to start living a much better life was to, stop choking the chicken? Would that be great? Unfortunately, it's not going to help. It's not going to help most guys. And this video, I'm going to talk about why. Now, first of all, I don't blame guys for trying this. All of us, men, women, everybody, we all would love there to be a simple solution to our problem. That's why you see things like The Secret. If you just want it enough, it'll happen. And of course, it's absurd. Wanting things doesn't make them happen, but all of us have a desire for simple, quick, and direct solutions. But reality doesn't tend to work that way. When things are not good, it's very rarely because of that one thing, that one weird trick. It doesn't work like that. So why is NoFap enticing to people? Well, first off, it seems simple. It's like, oh, I just stopped doing this thing, and it's hard and requires discipline, and it's probably messing with my brain. And yeah, if you're excessively watching too much porn, maybe it's bad for a brain. I'm not going to say it's not. I'm not a neuroscientist. But the reality is that the reason you're watching too much porn is not because you're addicted to porn. You might be addicted to porn, but the reason you're addicted to porn is not because the porn is there. The reason you're addicted is because your life isn't where you want it to be and you feel bad. And when you watch porn, you feel better. And it sounds so freaking simple, and you might be thinking no, this is really addictive. Well, if you look at all the other addictions people have, like drugs and alcohol, you're going to find that happy, healthy people don't tend to get addicted. Even happy, healthy animals, when they do little rat studies, rats who have a good life don't get addicted even to heroin. Rats who have a crappy life do get addicted to heroin. And the same thing goes with people. If you have a bad life, if things aren't good, then you will tend to self-medicate. And people will medicate with alcohol, they'll medicate with sex, they'll medicate with work too. But if you medicate with work, people think that person's a productive member of society. That's fine. But anybody who's working 80 hours a week, they're self-medicating. That's what's happening. So it's very tempting to think that well, I'm doing this bad behavior. It seems immoral. It seems kind of filthy, or watching weird shit. And that's the problem. But it's not the problem. It is a problem, but that is not the root of the problem. The root of the problem is that you're living a life where you don't know what to do next, and where your brain knows, it's got a little calculation, that all the things you're doing now aren't going to make your life better. And you feel bad, and so the only thing there is to do is to cope. You are watching too much porn to cope. And not watching porn and not fapping isn't going to improve your life. It's just going to try to suppress the symptom. But what you're going to find is that the energy is going to go somewhere else. If you feel bad, you're going to do something else that's negative. You're going to do something else to try to soothe yourself. Now, for guys who have never, ever exercised an ounce of discipline, yeah, maybe just trying to not choke the chicken for a week or a month, maybe that'll do something like that. Maybe they'll put them on the right path. But unfortunately, the majority of guys have a much deeper issue, and that is that they have to take control of their life in general. Maybe not excessively masturbating will be a start to that, but it's not the thing. Men have had access to their penises for all of eternity, right? And have done great things despite that access. The fact that now we have easier ways to stimulate ourselves, yeah, it's not good for you, but that's not the issue. So please, I know it's tempting, but try to get out of the mindset that this one thing is going to fix it, and this one thing that everybody knows about it. It's not like that. The reason this is so popular is because of influencers. Influencers like to take things that are weird and shocking and then popularize them and be like, this is the thing, guys, did you hear? If you just stop doing this, if you just stop choking the chicken, you're going to have infinite testosterone. You're all going to turn into Jocko. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Look, think about it this way. Imagine if you're a guy and you have a good life, and you have a business, and you make good money, and you have a girlfriend, or you have several girlfriends, and you have kids, and you have things you care about and want to do. Would you be sitting there choking the chicken 20 times a day? No, because you just wouldn't, it wouldn't be a priority for you. And that's what happens in real life. When you have more important things to do, actually more important things that fulfill you, you're not going to spend time on nonsense. You're also not going to spend time on things like video games or excessive TV watching, because you have other things to do. All these things, all these entertainments and distractions, they're all the same. They're all meant to sedate you, essentially, from realizing how unhappy and unfulfilling your life is. And porn is an easy one to be like, that's bad. But again, what about video games? That's also bad. What about TV? Well, I don't know. And what about working too much? I already covered this, but the point is the porn is not the problem and it's not the solution. The solution is to take a look at your life and figure out why it's not working and why you're drawn to self-medicate. And that's going to be a topic for many other videos, so please don't expect an answer here. I do hope that this is helpful and it helps you get a sense of like what's going on. A lot of guys feel ashamed. A lot of guys feel bad, or I can't stop. Like, of course you can't stop. You can't stop because it makes you feel less bad. Anything that makes you feel less bad is very hard to stop. What you have to do is figure out what's making you feel bad and stop that, or start doing things that make your life feel better. All right, guys. I hope this video is helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I'll see you next time.